Welcome to the Becky effect. Awareness. The 4 types of awareness: time awareness, task awareness, result awareness, self-awareness. For time awareness, you have to realize whether you're abusing time, wasting your time, or you're wasting other people's time. It's really important. Respecting time is like more important than money, because if you don't know what you're doing in your time, it's not really easy to make money. A diary really helps in regards to time. Prioritizing what you do within a time period is also really important. You want to do exercise, you're gonna have to get up earlier. So for instance, you start work at 9 o'clock, yeah? So how about waking up about 6 or 6:30, depending on how much time you use, maybe it's half hour. You schedule it all in, so it's like rather than I'm just gonna exercise and expect to just know what you're doing. Wasting other people's time is just rude, like straight up. Like, it's just rude. Like for instance, if someone says to you meet them at 6 and you come at like 7, that's a bit rude. What if they have kids or they got to wake up early in the morning and that time they scheduled with you is the only time that they have to have a chat? And that's just rude and unfair. You've got something really important to do. You don't go and use that time that you have free doing something that's not that important, because then again, that's just time abuse, and then you're just gonna find yourself upset because you didn't use the free time correctly. Today I had a day off from work and studying, and so I decided that I'm gonna like plan everything that I'm gonna be speaking about over the next few weeks with you guys, and I'm gonna like get some house stuff done. I'm gonna say no to people who ask me to come out, even if I feel like bad, because the people pleasing thing can be a waste of time and it can really hurt your time as well, because you could be using time for like a specific thing that is important, but you're too concerned pleasing somebody else that you use your free time. That's not good. You need to learn how to set boundaries and say no so that you can use your free time wisely. Task awareness is basically looking at what you have to get done and figuring out when you're doing it, is this leaving a positive or negative effect on me? I know that's a hard one to swallow because there's so many things that I've been doing lately and I'm just like, should I do this anymore? Because I don't really feel the positive results from it. So I'm just feeling like maybe it's time for me to pack it all in, and there's nothing wrong with that, because that means that you've realized that you have priorities and you have to say no again. Oh, I hate saying no, but you have to in order to use your time correctly. Having a to-do list is really important when it comes to task awareness, because if you know what you're doing, like for the day or the week or the month or the year, then it allows you to be more productive. So you can distinguish what's priority, what's not really priority, and what is low priority, and then you can fulfill all these things in terms of levels, rather than you're just trying to get everything done. You don't know what needs to get done, you don't know what is high priority, what isn't priority, you're just doing things and then you're just feeling like super overwhelmed and it's long. Yeah, just have a to-do list, and hopefully that will help your task awareness feel more productive and positive. Result awareness. So for instance, in terms of result awareness, I'm reading Joshua at the moment, the book of Joshua in the Bible, and I just found it really interesting how he picked 12 men from 12 different tribes to collect 12 stones to remind the people of like what they've just done. So in terms of like results, it's like creating pictures or using memorabilia to show yourself that you've actually been creating some results. Having a bullet journal is something that I'm trying to get into, because you can see on a bullet journal what you're completing, how you're doing it and when you're doing it by, so then you can actually measure what you've done, and then you've got some type of memorabilia, just like the book of Joshua, they have the stones, to kind of show themselves that they're making results, they're putting the work in, and look, now we've got memorabilia to show ourselves that we've actually achieved something. I think that's it. Once you mastered your time, and then your awareness of your time and your task awareness, it's really, really easy to recognize your results awareness, because you've gone through those 2 steps that I've spoke about before, and then now you're seeing the fruit of your labor. So you should be anyway, because you've been organized. An example of result awareness is, for instance, if you set a time to study, yeah, and you've got a to-do list of what you need to study through, which is task awareness. By the time you've set time to be aware of your task awareness, so you've set time to study, you've done it through tasks, to-do lists, and now you should see results. So you're saying, okay, I've done all of this now, what is next? What should happen next is that you're achieving high grades. I'm trying to make this as simple and straightforward as possible, because I'm really not trying to preach today. A result awareness can enhance your adrenaline, and it can enhance your self-awareness of like whether you're hitting what you say you're going to do, you're going to where you want to go, you're manifesting what's up here into yourself, and then you're kind of like, there it is kind of thing. Now let's move on to self-awareness. So in the process of those 3 steps, you come to self-awareness, and I think within self-awareness there's self-well-being. So I think it is really important that as you create your to-do lists and you set your times in place and you look at your results, you're also making sure that you're mentally and physically okay. Like you're scheduling in time to look at yourself and say, okay, have I drank water? Have I eaten? I'm having a bath. Like, real talk, share. Like, I know some people are going so hard, they forget to wash, they forget to brush their teeth, they forget to look after their hair, they forget to check in on family, they forget to take a break and drink some water. And you can schedule self-love time in self-awareness. You know what? I need to spend an hour, you know, maybe in a spa, and some time reading, or some people they like to meditate. I personally like to meditate through reading or sitting in a bath for a long time and just clearing my clouds. You know, like, but again, that comes with time awareness, task awareness, and then result awareness. But then also after those 3, you then look at where you're scheduling in self-awareness. Like, are you self-neglecting? You have to really check to see if you're self-neglecting, because without, you know, self-awareness, you won't know whether you're neglecting yourself. You're trying to people please. That's not good self-awareness, because you're like trying to please everyone else to the point that you are sick and you're grumpy and you're cranky because you haven't taken that time out to love yourself. You need to love yourself. In regards to like having a bath, this is really, really serious. Like, this is really, really serious. Like, some people are not washing, and then other people have to indulge in the smells that are left behind. And I'm not trying to take a mick, like, this is just like something very, very serious. So like, for instance, like not looking after yourself, you're sick, and then everybody else around you has to smell the vomit because you're not taking care of yourself. So that again is like lack of awareness for yourself, and also lack of awareness to the people around you. Also within self-awareness is looking at what may be toxic in your life, who may be toxic in your life, and what you may be doing to yourself to be toxic in your life, and cutting it. Because if you don't cut the toxic things out, you're just gonna literally be like hurting yourself, and that's just poor. Like, you don't need to do that. Like, yes, everybody makes mistakes. Even the ones that are trying to front like they're so perfect here, they make mistakes. Believe. But again, it comes back to something that I was thinking on earlier, is to actually look at what you've done wrong and say to yourself, like, that was wrong. Like, you need accountability. And a lot of people hate accountability. That's something I've noticed, yeah. Like, oh my God. People hate accountability because it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable to say I'm wrong. It's uncomfortable to say I've sinned. It's uncomfortable to, you know, put your hands up and say I haven't been actually a good person to the people around me. And that just shows bad self-awareness. You don't always have to go around saying sorry to people all the time. But it's about saying to yourself, like, when is it right to, or does the situation need me to be accountable? It's going back to a friend and asking them, like, you know, a genuine friend, you know, like, is there something that I'm missing with myself or somebody else? I'm just, yeah, dealing with it. Accountability. Oh my God, you have to ask yourself some difficult questions sometimes, you know, in order to really understand if you are self-aware. Because, you know, I'm saying this and it is so enlightening for myself. Like, did I say exciting? Enlightening. It's so enlightening. Exciting. Anyway, basically, yeah, questions that I had to ask myself just to kind of check my self-awareness, the same way I expect others around me to check their self-awareness, is it my fault? Like, really ask yourself that question, and ask God as well, like, God, is it my fault? Am I actually, like, wasting my time? Am I hurting someone? Am I eating correctly? Am I going to bed on time? Is it my fault, or is it somebody else's? Like, this needs to be rectified. Do I prioritize what I need to do for myself enough? Child, some hard questions, you know. Do you prioritize yourself enough? Are you kind, or are you just mean, like, and you don't care? Like, you have to ask yourself that question, because that is the, listen, if you are not a kind person and you're wrong and strong like that, okay, you need some accountability, Felicia, okay. Do I set boundaries? Do I say no when I'm tired, or do I just go? Like, am I just trying to please everyone and I'm just shattered? Am I not achieving the things that I want to achieve because I haven't set boundaries for myself and others? Like, I said to myself, no, I'm not gonna eat too much. Oh, the other day, yeah, I ordered Uber Eats, yeah, and I ordered like a bag of like food, like meat, yeah, and there was so much in there, and I heard God say to me, yeah, that's enough, Becky, you've eaten enough, because I'm trying to cut out the meat as well, so it's like that was really, really extra. But then I ate 5 because there was like 10 in there, and I still think that's too much, and it was a lot of meat. It was like, the bag was like this, like, and I was just like, oh no, I'm gonna eat it, like, and I was like, but why do I need to eat all this meat for? Anyway, I ended up eating 5 and put the rest in the fridge for the next day, and that was a good thing because I was hungry when I came back the next day, so it was like, it kind of was good listening to God on that one. There's another hard question, and it's do I always blame everyone else but myself? I've met people over the last few weeks, yeah, and like, they talk to me and I'm just like, wow, like, you actually think you're a victim. Like, you're blaming people for things that you put yourself in. And that is a part of self-awareness, to say, like, you know what? Am I always blaming someone? Because I'm always in this situation. Like, why am I always in this situation for? Like, why am I in this situation? It's the choice that you made, Felicia, okay? It's like, just getting to the point where you say to yourself, like, I can't always lay the blame on everyone else. I need to, again, take some accountability, like, good or bad. I need to give myself some credit. I need to stop taking too much credit and being, what's my mum say it is? Boasting and flossing when I'm in the wrong. So yeah, I've done all of this myself. Like, I've looked through all these points that I've made, and I've literally said to myself, like, yo, Bex, like, what is it? Like, are you just like aware of these things, or are you just like ignorant, wrong and strong, when I should be right and bright? So yeah, I hope that this video is helpful and it helps you guys all become a little bit more aware of what you're doing, what you're saying, and how you're going about life. Again, the 4 different types of awareness: time awareness, task awareness, result awareness, and self-awareness. I really hope that this is helpful. Please follow me on Twitter, it's the Becky Effect. I also sing, and I have another YouTube, and it's called Bex.Grant Music. I am a gospel singer. I am trying to build my spiritual life, but I'm getting there. And yeah, I hope that you guys follow me, enjoy all the stuff that I'm doing, and please share your YouTubes below, and let me know what you think of my video. I'm really, really happy that you spent this time being aware with me, and I'll speak to you guys soon.